Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Friday, March 7, 2025 are here. In tomorrow's episode, fans can expect Bill Spencer, Don Diamond, to worry about the fallout from Luna Nozawa's Lisa Yamada paternity. Meanwhile, Hope Logan, Annika Noel, makes big changes at Forrester Creations. On Friday, March 7, Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, might have a twist in her storyline. Daphne ended up falling for her target, which was Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor. Before deciding to go back to Paris, Daphne took one last shot at trying to get Carter to do the right thing. So far, Carter hasn't reversed the LOC yet. It seems that day is coming though. In the meantime, Hope tried to warn Daphne to steer clear of her man. After that warning, Daphne just might unpack and fight for Carter's heart. It seems Hope might get pretty vengeful. Hope tried to get power and control her way. Not only is it backfiring in unexpected ways, but Hope feels betrayed all over again. If Daphne decides to stick around, then Hope could face some new problems. That could prompt Hope to strike back. It is stated that Hope will make changes at Forrester Creations. So what kind of changes are these? The bold and the beautiful spoilers for tomorrow reveal that Luna will have renewed hope about her future. Luna has started to tell Bill that she knows for sure that Tom Starr, Clint Howard, wasn't her real father. Bill was confused, but he will get the full story about Penelope Poppy Nozawa, Romy Park, seducing John, Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlan. Although Bill will be happy that Luna finally found out the identity of her father, he will face a new problem. Bill will worry about the fallout from Luna's paternity. Even though he is happy with Luna's rehabilitation and progress, how on earth does he explain this? With Bill realizing that Finn is now aware that Luna is on house arrest at the Spencer estate, it won't be long before Steffi and others find out as well. Is Bill really prepared for the ambush that is coming up? There should also be some more scenes of Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, and Electra Forrester, Linnea Grace, coming up. How will Luna's story affect Electra and Will, especially with Remy Price, Christian Weissman, back in the picture? Bill's risky gamble. Bill Spencer paced his office at Spencer Publications, the city skyline framing his restless silhouette. The stakes had never been higher. His latest business move, an aggressive bid to take over Forrester Creations, had sent shockwaves through Los Angeles. It was bold, even by Bill's standards. But behind his steely resolve, he knew the risks were monumental. The door swung open, and Justin Barber entered, eyebrows knit with concern. "You're playing with fire, Bill," Justin warned. "If this deal falls through, the board won't just be upset, they'll want your head." Bill smirked, leaning back in his chair. "I didn't get where I am by playing it safe. Forrester Creations is vulnerable, and I intend to strike while they're weak. Ridge won't know what hit him." Justin's frown deepened. Ridge might not, but Steffi's another story. She's already rallying the board, and Eric's not too happy about your tactics. Bill waved a dismissive hand. Eric's soft. As for Steffi, well, she's always had a thing for power. Maybe it's time she saw what real power looks like. But beneath his bravado, Bill couldn't shake the feeling that this time he might have overplayed his hand. Hope's breaking point. Across town at Forrester Creations, tension buzzed in the air. In the executive office, Hope Logan's hands trembled as she scanned the latest reports. The numbers were worse than she'd feared. Production delays, a faltering marketing campaign, everything seemed to be falling apart. She clenched her fists, jaw tight with frustration. Steffi and Ridge were locked in meetings, strategizing how to counter Bill's takeover bid, leaving Hope to manage the chaos alone. "Why is it that every time things go wrong, I'm the one picking up the pieces?" Hope muttered, more to herself than to Thomas, who stood silently by the window. Thomas Forrester turned, his eyes steady and calculating. "Because you're the only one who cares enough to do it," he said softly. Steffi and Ridge are too focused on Bill. They don't see the cracks forming here. Hope's eyes flashed. Then maybe it's time they did. I can't keep running Hope for the future alone while they're playing corporate chess. Thomas took a step forward, his voice low and coaxing. Then don't. You have more power than you think, Hope. If you took a stand, demanded a seat at the table, they'd have to listen. His words ignited a spark in her, anger and determination twining together. For too long, she played the dutiful daughter, the supportive wife. But Bill's threat made one thing clear. Passive loyalty wouldn't save Forrester Creations. It was time to strike. Steffi's counterattack. Steffi Forrester's heels clicked sharply against the marble floors as she strode into the Forrester boardroom. Her father, Ridge, stood by the window, fists buried deep in his pockets. The rest of the board members shifted uneasily in their seats. "Any word from Spencer?" Ridge growled without turning around. "Nothing new," Steffi replied, dropping into a chair. "But we need to move fast. Bill won't wait for us to catch our breath." Ridge's eyes narrowed. "I won't let him take this company, Steffi, not again." "Then we need to be smarter," Steffi shot back. "That means shoring up our allies and watching our own ranks. I've seen the numbers. Hope for the future is hemorrhaging money. We can't afford to prop it up right now." Ridge ran a hand through his hair, frustration evident. "We're not cutting Hope's line." "It's not about cutting it," Steffi insisted. "It's about making hard choices. If we don't, Bill will make them for us." Ridge's silence was telling. Steffi pressed her advantage. "Let me handle Bill. Focus on keeping the board in line." As Ridge finally nodded, Steffi allowed herself a small breath of relief. But even as she plotted her next move, a new worry gnawed at her. Bill was a master of manipulation, and if Steffi knew him at all, he wasn't working alone. Liam's dilemma. Liam Spencer stared blankly at his phone, Bill's number glaring back at him. He hadn't returned his father's calls, not since news of the takeover broke. "Are you okay?" Wyatt's voice cut through the silence, and Liam looked up to see his brother leaning in the doorway. Liam sighed. "I don't know. How could he do this again? After everything with Spectra, with Caroline, does he ever learn?" Wyatt snorted. "You're surprised? It's Bill we're talking about. The man's a shark, he smells blood in the water, and he's going for it." "That doesn't make it right," Liam muttered. "Maybe not," Wyatt agreed, "but if he pulls it off, we might be looking at a new reality. If you don't pick a side soon, you might not have a choice." Liam ran a hand over his face, guilt churning in his gut. He thought of Steffi, of Hope, both standing to lose everything if Bill succeeded. And yet, he couldn't shake the memory of Bill's words. Sometimes, to protect the ones you love, you have to make the hard calls. Hope's executive strike. Determination coursed through Hope as she stormed into the boardroom, a stack of files clutched to her chest. Conversations faltered as every pair of eyes turned to her. Steffi arched an eyebrow, clearly unamused. "Hope?" Ridge asked cautiously. "We need to talk," Hope declared, voice steady but firm. "About hope for the future, and my role here." Steffi leaned back, folding her arms. "This isn't the time for." "It's exactly the time," Hope cut in, eyes flashing. "Bill's making moves because he sees a weakness. And right now, that weakness is us, divided, uncoordinated. We can't fight him if we're too busy fighting each other." Steffi's eyes narrowed. "And what's your solution?" Hope straightened, shoulders back. "I want a seat on the board, a real one, and authority over my line's budget and strategy." A murmur rippled through the room. Ridge's eyes widened, but it was Steffi's expression, equal parts shock and grudging respect, that made Hope's heart race. "If you want me to save my line," Hope pressed on, "then give me the power to do it." Steffi's gaze was calculating. "And if we don't?" Hope met her stare without flinching. "Then Bill won't have to destroy us. We'll do it ourselves." The fallout begins. Bill's office was dark, the city glittering beyond the windows. He swirled his whiskey, eyes fixed on the skyline. His phone buzzed, and he snatched it up, Justin's voice crackling through. "You need to see this," Justin said grimly, forwarding an article link. Bill's eyes narrowed as he read the headline, "Forrester Creations Unites Against Spencer Takeover. Hope Logan Takes Executive Role." For a heartbeat, his hand tightened around the glass. Then a slow, dangerous smile spread across his lips. "Well played, Hope," he muttered. "But the game's just beginning." The stakes had never been higher. And in this battle for power, betrayal was only a move away. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Boldy and BAUTFUL UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.